As a college student at UCLA majoring in English and comparative literature, Shelley Wong had no interest in medicine until she took a part-time work-study job.
And the best paying job I could find on campus was to work in a lab. And so I came through medicine by seeing what physician scientists were able to do.
Suddenly, a new and fascinating world was open to her, inspiring a reevaluation of her future.
I think what really ended up attracting me to it was just the one-on-one impact you could make on people's lives, which I think is really unique to the field of medicine.
Today, Wong's impact on people's lives is felt around the world. She is an internationally renowned surgeon scientist and leader in the field of breast cancer oncology. She is revolutionizing the approach to the disease by highlighting non-surgical approaches.
I think it's all a matter of moving towards more precision surgery, which is to identify which patients really need to have surgery and which ones can be safely observed.
Since arriving at Duke in 2011, Wong's research has been focused on ductal carcinoma in situ.
It's a big mouthful, but basically it means tumor cells that are stuck within the ducts. They don't spread anywhere, and they don't cause any harm to patients.
While in medical school at UCLA, another serendipitous event helped to shape her future.
I wasn't really thinking about surgery at all as a profession. And I think as a woman in that era, it wasn't something that was strongly encouraged, I'll put it that way.
On the first day of her third-year surgical rotation, a gunshot wound victim came to the emergency room.
He had an ER thoracotomy, and that's when you open up the chest because the heart has stopped beating, and I had never experienced anything like that before. It was just crazy. And after that, I didn't think that there was anything else in medicine I wanted to do.
During surgical residency, she discovered a love for taking care of patients with breast cancer.
I mean, patients come to you probably at one of the worst times in their lives. And the fact that you can be there to support them through what is really a terrible time and potentially change the course of the disease, I think that's an incredible privilege.
Wong is the first female distinguished chair in Duke's Department of Surgery, where she also is vice chair of research. Being both a surgeon and a researcher is a rarity among women. The enlightenment that Wong's research has brought to breast cancer treatment led her to being honored as one of Time magazine's most 100 influential people in 2016.
And just to have the recognition that there were others out there who thought that we were trying to make a difference in women with breast cancer or breast cancer risk really meant a tremendous amount to me.
She is grateful for the patients who have placed their faith in her during the research trial.
For those who trusted me and trusted that we were trying to do something really important, really turn the tide in terms of how we were treating this disease, I think that was incredibly brave, and to those patients I'll be very grateful.
Wong and her husband John Kim have 3 children and a beloved dog. Her favorite pastime is hiking, and in 2021 she and her daughter and her husband summited Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania as a fundraiser to help women complete their surgical training in sub-Saharan African countries.
It took us about 8 days to get to the top of Kilimanjaro and then back again. It's almost 20,000 feet up at the top.
Wong says that the cooperative culture at Duke is key to making the institution one of the best in the world.
Being surrounded by people who are really doing what needs to be done to get the answers that we need for patients has been very inspirational.